Hello everybody and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot. Last time we got the adventure started, and now we are in Rolling Stones after defeating Papu Papu, the first boss of the game, whatever. Now you may notice that as soon as we start this level, we do not have our Aku Aku with us. Well, for some reason after certain stages and after a boss, yeah, you will actually lose your Aku Aku masks. Whether you have, you know, 2 or 1, doesn't matter. Yeah, you will lose them. I mean, I do understand why, because every time you start a boss, you actually start with a gold Aku Aku. At least in this version, because I know in the Insane Trilogy, they don't give you Aku Aku. And I guess the game's like, okay, you got that boss, now let's get rid of your, Aku Aku, I guess. Now that box right there, if you actually destroy it properly, you can actually get a Nitrous Brio token. This is the second type of token you can get in this game. The second out of 3. Which will give you access to a more difficult bonus area. Where you can actually score a bunch of lives. Now the second token is right here. Now let's see if we can get the middle one. No. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you a very interesting trick, or I guess bug, with TNT. So if you jump on a TNT and you walk away a bit, you're actually going to hear that the TNT exploded a bit early. Well, as you can see, we kind of bugged the TNT, and yeah, the TNT that was in here where I'm standing, yeah, it's now gone. And for some reason that's a thing only in this game. And also this version, because yeah, that thing is not in the Insane Trilogy, which I guess you could say thank God, considering that, you know, if you're like doing like a speed run or something, and if you're doing like a 100% speed run, and you don't know about that feature, yeah, you're gonna get screwed. Because, yeah, that's gonna be, deadly. Alright, let's kill the plant. Kill this box. And go. Now, even though you're invincible, if you get hit by obstacles that would usually kill you, like Tana, you're actually gonna jump into the air, and I love how Crash is gonna be like, oh! Which, it can be a bit disorienting because you actually want to land, but you know you will not be able to land because of that issue, which it can lead to very annoying deaths. Once I'm invincible again, I'm actually going to show you what I mean. But here we got Tana once again. 15%. Let's save the game. Save point. Now, you actually want to try to save a Tana as much as you can, because there's a bit of a bug, or not a bug, but there's a bit of an issue with saving after you get a gem. Or more specifically, a color gem. Which I hope I don't get to show, but only explain. But right here, before I explain the deal with that, let's go ahead and claim our third Nitrous Brio token. And let's do this. So yeah, just like I mentioned, these bonus stages will not are not save points, but they're just they're just areas where you can get a crap load of lives. So as you saw right there, I just got 6 lives for completing this. And Bria will just explode to another plane of existence. AKA back at the castle, I guess. Back at Cortex's castle. But yeah, there we go. That is the end of that stage. So let's jump for joy and see how many boxes we missed. I think we missed 4. No, 6. I can't be right all the time. But yeah, like I was saying, there's a bit of an issue with saving the game after you get a gem, where um I've had an issue where I beat a level with a color gem, and I save the game, and then okay, let me go back to the map because this level has to be explained. But I've had an issue where I got a color gem, save the game, turn off the game, and as soon as I booted the game back up, I actually had to redo that stage. But the thing is, I actually had the gem like collected. So for example, let's say I got the gem in boulders, and then I save, and then I just quit the game, and then I turn it back the next day. I basically have to replay boulders. And let's say I play up to Papu Papu, and the next level I do is Rolling Stones. When I boot up the game back again, I would start back in boulders, however, I would have the gem collected. Like, yeah, it's a very weird, like, it's not a bug, it's like an issue, but it's a weird thing that happens with the game. So again, if you're gonna save your game, make sure you do it on a Taunt stage. Anyway, after getting the sexiest grin in this game, we're now in Hog Wild, and this level can be very difficult because, yeah, this pig controls a bit wonky. Also, hitboxes, son. But yeah, basically with this hog, you basically move left to right and you jump, and you have got to avoid everything, like, which is something that I do not do because I'm stupid. Now, unfortunately, we died after getting a checkpoint, so we have to go back to the map and retry again. Because, yeah, that's actually something I forgot to mention in episode 1, and that is that in order to get 100% in this game, you basically have to destroy every box without dying. And yeah, if you do that, you're gonna be golden. However, you're actually not allowed to die as soon as you hit the first checkpoint. Once you hit the first checkpoint, you're not allowed to die. So if you die like 30 million times on this stage before you hit the first checkpoint, but then you finally make it to the first checkpoint, then good luck, son. Just don't die, Lamau. Which that also applies to the color stage gems in the Insane trilogy, which is something that a lot of people don't know about, because I've seen a lot of people just exiting the level before they hit the first checkpoint, and I'm like, why do you do that? Why do you do that? You don't have to do that. Whoa! Anyway, but yeah, there you go. That's the end of that level. Pretty easy, but at the same time, it can be a bit difficult, especially that one section with a bunch of boxes where you can very easily miss one or two boxes. But the hog's hitbox is actually a bit larger, unlike a certain bear in a certain Crash game that is kind of infuriated to complete. Yeah, references to future games. Alright, so let's go into the final stage of Isle 1. This is Native Fortress. And this level, I've seen a lot of people say that this level is actually one of the hardest levels in the game, which I can totally understand that if you're playing the Insane trilogy. The original, it's not that bad. Although it's actually longer than the last one, the Great Gate. In fact, it's actually twice as long as the Great Gate. Ain't that funny? Okay. So let's continue. Spin away. Watch out for the spikes so it doesn't thrust you up your ass. Wow. I can't believe I said that. Oh, man. Spin the logs and let's jump. Might as well jump. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with these things. Also, for this playthrough, I'm gonna try not to... Oh god. I'm gonna try not to make a lot of comparisons to the Insane Trilogy. Not to say that, you know, the Insane Trilogy is bad or it's too hard, but mostly because there'll be a time where I will tackle the Insane Trilogy. But that's for the future. We have to focus on the present, and that is Crash Bandicoot 1 on the PlayStation 1. My favorite Crash game of the trilogy, believe it or not. Oh man, I can already tell the comments are like, how can you like this game? This game is so hard. This game is woke. Because that's the word that everyone loves to use. Which makes me cringe. Like, people cannot accept stuff, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's back off a bit. And destroy the non-important box. And get 43 lives, my god. Alright, let's get rid of the monkey. The monkey. And let's ignore the log, because we have Crash's awkward smile. He's like, oh. Then again, this is the first game, so there's a lot of stuff. Obviously, this game suffers of what I like to call first game syndrome, where common issues are fixed in sequels and or remakes. I was gonna say re-releases, but no, not really. I guess re-releases would be like fast load screens, I guess. But I'm more talking about remakes like the Insane Trilogy, where you can die and bonus rounds or boxes that you find in bonus rounds count toward the box tally, which that can be kind of annoying, especially with some Brio stages. Okay, let's kill you, break this, and we can actually go into the background and completely avoid these obstacles. And yes, you can see in the actual path, there's no boxes. So yeah, you can just use that path and completely skip that section. But I am gonna tackle that section when we eventually go back to this level, because yes, this is another level where you have to get a color gem. As you can see right here, we need the red gem. So let's not slide off. I can also scratch my nose. And go. And this little cubby, there's a 1-up. Very nice. And that's it. Yeah, we're done with the stage. We just have to climb this very long tower. You get 4 1-ups, my god. Let's go. Stick to the middle. Break this box. Don't be like SGB and completely forget about that box. God, that was a funny moment. God, that was so funny. And we missed 11 boxes, but you all know why. But there we go. That is the end of Island 1, or Isle 1. But now let's move on to the next isle, which we're gonna go into Up the Creek. Also, I want to say something real quick. All right. Anyway, up the creek we go. And this is our second water stage. And that's actually something... Also, you know what? I'm going to do this. Yeah, you do want to be careful because you can actually spin away the... You can actually spin away Wumpa Fruits, lives, Aqua Masks, and even the tokens. So, yeah, you want to be careful with that. And not be hasty. Unless you're playing the PS4 version, unless you're playing the Insane Trilogy, because there's a trophy for literally spinning away a 1-up. And the trophy's called I meant to do that. Alright. For you. Okay, so this part you want to be careful. You do not want to spin the monkey when he's spinning. Otherwise, you will die. Or you'll bounce off mostly to the sides and you'll just fall into the water. And as you know, bandicoots cannot swim. Unless they're wearing a snorkel and a visor. Unless they're wearing an air tank and a visor. And a snorkel, I guess. So, wait for him to stop spinning. And kill it. We get a checkpoint. And I believe this is the part where we have to go back. Yes. So as you can see, we have this line of lily pads. Now these lily pads, as soon as you step on them, they will fall off. But, if we wait a bit, they'll come back up. And there's actually a reason why there's a bunch of lily pads right there. That's because if we step on this block, we're gonna hear some boxes appear, which you can tell because they made the noise, the popping noise. And if we go back, check it out, we have a TNT and a jump box. Now, I believe there's a 1-up underneath that that vine, but I'm not gonna go in there because I've died so many times going down there that it's not even funny. Yeah, there's no boxes, there's nothing. I believe there's just a 1-up, so yeah, don't even bother. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it because I have 57 lives, but when you reset the game, your life counter goes back to, I want to say 5? 5 or 4, one of the two. Although, I believe 0 technically counts as a life, so yeah. I guess you get 5 if it starts at 4. Math, son. Nobody told me there would be math. Yeah, I know. Math in a video game. Alright, so here we got this bonus round, and I don't know why I'm breaking all the boxes when I said that I was not going to do that. Well, that's what I get. I don't actually get to beat the game, the stage, I guess. Well, that sucks. Well, that's okay, because just like in the Insane Trilogy, dying in a bonus stage does not count towards a death in the level. So we can just beat the stage, or we just get to the end, and beat the stage. We have done it. And let's get our gem. Our beautiful, beautiful gem. Alright. Save the game. Save the game. I don't know. I was trying to think of a pun, but I fail. And I just realized we're gonna end this video with another boss. Yeah, we ended the last video with a boss. Now we're ending this video with a boss. And look at this crazy guy. Or crazy kangaroo. Yeah, this guy's a kangaroo, not a dog, as I originally thought. But yeah, this is Ripperoo. And I guess by the power of madness, you cannot just spin into him. Instead, we have to blow him up. Please don't take that out of context. And basically, this boss is all about timing, which I'm clearly not good at. Also, we got one of my favorite laughs in period. It's your typical cartoon laugh, which I love it. So yeah, as you can see, every time you hit Ripperoo, he will actually have a pattern change. So in pattern 1, he's gonna go in like an upside down V from the tile that I'm at, the middle tile, and the tile that is across this row. Or I guess the last tile, like we're going from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! Oh my god, I got hit by Ripperoo. That's embarrassing. But yeah, for pattern 2, he would be in like a triangle formation. And then the last phase, he's gonna go into a diamond shape. So basically, we want to time ourselves and go. Also want to try this. Ah, damn it! It didn't work. So yeah, there's actually a bit of a funny bug you can do where if you fall into the water at the exact frame where you go into the yee-haw, you will actually fall into the water, but then just jump out immediately out of the water, celebrating. It kind of reminds me of the drunk Sonic bug you can do in Sonic Adventure. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Yeah, 5 levels, just like. Actually, no, we did 5 levels in a boss, right? Wait, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah. Interesting. No, you know what? We're at 20 minutes. The last video was also 20 minutes, so we're just gonna end this video off here. So, alright then. So yeah, next time on Crash Bandicoot, we're gonna be continuing on the second Wumpa Island. And we're gonna go into a very interesting level because this will be our first color gem stage. Or stage where we can actually get a color gem. So yeah, I wonder which gem will be. Find out next time. But until then, this is Jonathan Wolf, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everyone.